Hey y'all, I'm Jess. I'm half reader, half writer, all bookworm, and in today's video we are going to be reorganizing my bookshelves. So I have this 4 bookshelf setup in my room, and I'm just gonna go shelf by shelf showing you how I'm reorganizing it. I like to do this every so often. I just really did not like the way my shelves were looking, so it was time to reorganize. This top shelf, I decided to put my Legendborn books here. I think the next book in the series comes out next year, so I have a room for that there. And then I got these 2 little deer figurines to go along with the Shadow and Bone, Six of Crows, Lee Bardugo world. So I kind of want them to have their own little moment. So I just put them here, my Six of Crows duology and my Shadow and Bone trilogy. This is my Holly Black shelf, but in Owl Crate last month, I ordered a box that was from earlier in the year, and it had this mug in it that had a quote from The Cruel Prince, and the design of the mug is inspired by the Cruel Prince books. So I wanted to put the mug and all my Holly Black books together. This shelf sort of became a duology shelf, or book series that I read as a duology. So I just kind of tried to pack as many duologies in there as I could. Some of my favorites here. The only ones I haven't read are the One Dark Window duology, but I'm planning on reading those 2 books this fall. This next shelf is just some standalones. I have my 3 Lizelle Sandberry books here, and then more books there. This is how I end up doing that. I just put Delicious Monsters on that shelf because I thought it went well with the gold. And then my other 2 Lizelle Sandberry books there, along with my The Bells duology and Cinderella is Dead. Over here on this shelf, I put some of my books that kind of had similar themes. These are darker, they deal with darker subject matter, I guess, in the fantasy genre, some witchy toned books there. So I put those all together. On this shelf, I'm doing more series. So there's the Light Lark series, Divine Rivals duology, and then Children of Blood and Bone. I'm missing the 3rd book in the Light Lark series and the Children of Blood and Bone series. So when I get those, there's space. I put my 2 Nicola Yoon books over there with the rest of my romances. I stacked my Heartstopper graphic novels here next to my romance novels with this little gnome that was a Valentine's Day gift from last year. And then I have 2 empty shelves here. I put my Monsters and Muses series on a shelf by itself with a little fake plant. And then I've just started decorating a little bit, kind of putting things that matched the colors of the covers together. This I had been wanting to do, and it kind of inspired this whole bookshelf makeover. I just kind of stood these up on either side of this little fake lavender plant that I got from Target. So I wanted to put my Caraval books on one side and my Once Upon a Broken Heart books on the other side. And then I just kind of matched books that were by similar authors or had a similar vibe as far as subject matter or covers went. I try to make my little decorations functional whenever I can, so that one holds my little magnetic bookmarks. My Belladonna books, when I get book 3, there's space for it on that shelf. And then I'm just showing you my Monsters and Muses books. This little mini milk jug holds my highlighters for annotating, and this is the finished product. That's shelf number 1. I love how this turned out. I moved all my thrillers to the bottom of my shelf number 2, and I can't put any more thrillers on that shelf, and that works out just fine because I figured out I don't like reading thrillers as physical books. I would much rather listen to them as audiobooks. So those mysteries and thrillers are the only ones that are ever going to inhabit that shelf. And I have room for so many more books. I love the way this looks now. Let me know which shelf was your favorite.